Hi everyone. Welcome again to another edition of Story Time with Robbie. Today I'm going to be reading No Sleep for the Sheep by Karen Beaumont. And I'm going to be reading Chicken in Space by Adam Haupt, and I'm going to be reading Duck on a Bike by David Shannon. And as you noticed, continuing with farmed themed books, so with some sheep and a book about a chicken, and then story about ducks, because sometimes you might see ducks on the farm. So hope you enjoy. Let's get started. Alrighty everybody, the first story I'm going to read today is No Sleep for the Sheep by Karen Beaumont. Let's get started. Here we go. In the big red barn on the farm, in the big red barn on the farm, a sheep fell asleep in the big red barn. In the big red barn on the farm. Then there came a loud quack at the door, and the sheep couldn't sleep anymore. Go to sleep, said the sheep to the duck at the door, and please don't quack anymore. Quack, said the duck in the barn. Shh, not a peep, go to sleep, said the sheep in the big red barn on the farm. Soon the duck and the sheep fell fast asleep in the big red barn on the farm. Then there came a loud baa at the door, and the sheep couldn't sleep anymore. Go to sleep, said the sheep to the goat at the door, and please don't baa anymore. Baa, said the goat in the barn. Shh, not a peep, go to sleep, said the sheep in the big red barn on the farm. Soon the goat and the sheep fell fast asleep in the big red barn on the farm. Then there came a loud oink at the door, and the sheep couldn't sleep anymore. Go to sleep, said the sheep to the pig at the door, and please don't oink anymore. Oink, said the pig in the barn. Shh, not a peep. Go to sleep, said the sheep in the big red barn on the farm. Soon the pig and the sheep fell fast asleep in the big red barn on the farm. Then there came a loud moo at the door, and the sheep couldn't sleep anymore. Go to sleep, said the sheep to the cow at the door, and please don't moo anymore. Moo, said the cow in the barn. Shh, not a peep, go to sleep, said the sheep in the big red barn on the farm. Soon the cow and the sheep fell fast asleep in the big red barn on the farm. Neigh! At the door, and the sheep couldn't sleep anymore. Go to sleep, said the sheep to the horse at the door, and please don't neigh anymore. Neigh, said the horse in the barn. Shh, Not a peep. Go to sleep, said the sheep in the big red barn on the farm. Soon the horse and the sheep fell fast asleep in the big red barn on the farm. In the deep, deep sleep in the big red barn, in the big red barn on the farm. Then cock-a-doodle-doo! Wake up, all of you. Hey, sheep, that means you. But the sheep slept right on through the neighs and the moos and the coo and the cock-a-doodle-doos in the big red barn on the farm. Peep! The end. Alrighty, everybody. The second story I'm going to read today is Chicken in Space by Adam Lehardt. Here we go. Zoe wasn't like the other chickens. She had dreams. She had a plan. She had a pig. Put your hat on, Sam, said Joey. We're going to space. Before lunch, asked Sam. Before pie? Is that a good idea? But Zoe was already off. Henry said, Zoe, come to space with us. No thanks, said Henry. I've got space right here. Not open space, said Zoe. Outer space. Pip, said Zoe. Come to space with us. Sounds dangerous, said Pip. Not dangerous, said Zoe. An adventure. Clara, said Zoe. Come to space with us. You don't have a ship, said Clara. You can't go to space without a ship. Not a problem, said Zoe. An opportunity. Zoe always finds a way, said Sam. Look, Sam, I found a ship, said Zoe. Of course you did, said Sam. Chicken. Space. Chicken in space. Wow, said Zoe. Space is beautiful. So is pie, said Sam. See any pie? Zoe looked. Watch out for the ball, said Sam. Not a ball, shouted Zoe. An asteroid. Watch out for the kite, said Sam. Not a kite, said Zoe. A comet. Watch out for the birds, said Sam. Not birds, said Zoe. Alien attack ships. We're going down, yelled Sam. Prepare for landing, said Zoe. Crashing. Perfect, said Zoe. Zoe to the ground control. I repeat, Zoe to ground control. We made a perfect landing. Perfect, asked Sam. There isn't any pie. Back at the barn, the animals gathered to hear about Zoe and Sam's big adventure. We went to space, said Sam. We were hit by an asteroid, we dodged a comet, and we battled aliens. Everyone was impressed. How did you do it? Asked Clara. Zoe always finds a way, said Sam. I just wish we found some pie. Zoe tapped Sam's shoulder. For me, asked Sam. Is it pie? Not just pie, said Zoe, a moon pie. Sam broke off a piece of his pie for Zoe, but she was already planning their next adventure. The end. Alrighty, everybody. The third story I'm going to read today is Duck on a Bike by David Shannon. Here we go. One day on the farm, Duck got a wild idea. I bet I could ride a bike, he thought. He waddled over to where the boy parked his own, or where the boy packed his bike, climbed on, and began to ride. At first, he rode very slowly and he wobbled a lot, but it was fun. Duck rode past Cow and waved to her. Hello, Cow, said Duck. Moo, said Cow. But when she thought was a duck on a bike, that's the silliest thing I ever seen. Then Duck rode past Sheep. Hello, Sheep, said Duck. Bah, said Sheep. But what she thought was he's going to hurt himself if he's not careful. Duck was riding better now. He rode past Dog. Hello, Dog, said Duck. Woof, said Dog. But when he thought but what he thought was, that is a mighty neat trick. Then Duck rode past Cat. Hello, Cat, said Duck. Meow, said Cat. But what she thought was, I wouldn't waste my time riding a bike. Duck pedaled a little faster. He rode past Horse. Hello, Horse, said Duck. Nay, said Horse. But what he thought was, you're still not as fast as me, Duck. Duck rang his bell as he rode toward Chicken. Hello, Chicken, said Duck. Cluck, cluck, said Chicken. But what she thought was, watch where you're going. Duck! Then Duck rode past Goat. Hello, Goat, said Duck. Ma, said Goat. But when he thought was, I do like to eat that bite. Duck stood up on a seat, rode past Pig. That rode past Pig and Pig. Hello, Pig, said Duck. Oink, said Pig and Pig. But when they thought was, Duck is such a show-off. Then Duck rode no hands past Mouse. Hello, Mouse, said Duck. Squeak, said Mouse. But what he thought was, I wish I could ride a bike just like Duck. Suddenly, a whole bunch of kids came down the road on their bikes. They were in such a hurry that they didn't see Duck. They parked their bikes by the house and went in. Now all the animals had bikes. They rode around and around the barnyard. "This is fun," they all said. Good idea, Duck." Then they put the bikes back by the house, and no one knew that on that afternoon there had been a cow, a sheep, a dog, a cat, a horse, a chicken, a goat, 2 pigs, a mouse, and a duck on a bike. The end. Alrighty, everybody. Really hope you enjoyed the books today. Thank you so much again for joining me and for watching. It's always a pleasure to be with you and read with you. And please comment on the videos as always, and let me know what you think of the books that I read. I always like to hear your feedback, and let me know what your favorite story was that I read today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you here on the next edition of Story Time with Robbie. I will see you then. Bye.